Hey y'all, it's your girl Ness of Glamour by Ness, and welcome to my live. Today we're talking about how I rebuilt trust with myself. So, it's your girl Ness of Glamour by Ness, and welcome to my cozy corner here on YouTube where beauty meets real life. So, let's glow together. All right, you guys, we have to kick it off with our affirmation. And our affirmation for tonight's episode is I trust myself completely. Let me hear you say it. I trust myself completely. Wonderful. Honestly, we've talked about this a little bit here and there, but how do you recognize when your self trust is broken? And for me, I can only speak on my experience. So please feel free to drop it in the chat and share your experience, at least when you recognize, like, wow, I don't trust myself. And I believe that trust is broken when you repeatedly don't do what you tell yourself that you're going to do and you disappoint yourself. I believe that self trust is broken when you're looking to other people to do the very thing that you won't do for yourself. And those two examples are what I recognized in myself. I was expecting others to fix what I was too broken and depressed to fix. And it was a bitter reality to come to because I'm like, dang, it's not their fault. And I didn't want to admit that to myself. That's when you know you're really in some deep issue. But you don't do the things, and then you kind of sink into this self pity, um, where you start to believe that it doesn't matter whether you do the thing or not, it's not going to make a difference anyway. And you believe that. And then you're in this forever perpetual state of despair and depression because you've convinced yourself that this reality that you're living in is it. It's too late, it's too far gone, you're not worthy, you squandered it, and that's just the end of your life. And I'm here to tell you, not true. Not true at all. And throughout my other lives that I've talked about on here, the key thing to manifesting is to be in a perpetual state of joy. I literally, y'all, I kid you not, these past couple of days, I've been off of my routine a little bit, but I'm allowing myself grace. I'm not beating myself up over it simply because there's no point into, and I know I'm not letting my routine go because I don't want to do it or whatever the case is. I know I'm going to fall right back in line and do the very things that I need to do. But I'm bringing this up to share that when you get knocked off whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, and let's say, for example, you're traveling and your routine or a part of your routine is to meditate at 5 o'clock in the morning, but you got to be at the airport at 5 o'clock in the morning. You're not really going to like beat yourself up over that. You just know, hey, I'm not able to meditate at this particular time, and you could have possibly woken up earlier or find some time in said day to get that accomplished. However, if it starts to become a pattern, at which point that's when we have to kind of like take a look and see, you know, hey, what's going on. But when your self trust is broken, you live in a perpetual loop of despair. And it is very hard to get out of that. And trauma, I mean, there's so many factors that play into this too. I'm just talking surface level, right? Um, I'm no expert. However, when you allow that to take root, it is difficult to get out of that. And you have to make a decision. You have to decide. If you've caught my past lives, you know I say this. You have to make a decision. And the only way to break that negative cycle is to create a new one. And what do we call that? A habit. Okay. How do you form a new habit? There's a plethora of books. One, I've talked about it on my past lives. The 5 Second Rule book, I think, is phenomenal and such an easy read. Um, it is such an easy read to, I guess, integrate into your daily routine. Atomic Habits is another phenomenal book. Don't remember the author. Um, I don't I don't remember the author, but another book is the 12 week 12-week yearbook. Phenomenal, 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 phenomenal. And those three books combined with what, which is why we're talking about this today, my 60-day manifestation cleanse by Armand Wiggins. If you don't know, now you know. Um, and it just helps you create a routine that will allow you to recognize, not even recognize, but rebuild your confidence. And that is the key thing here. That is the key thing. I feel like I was doing good on my own, but I could have been doing a lot better. I've completed the 12-week year cycle. This, I think I did it twice. And I'm actually going to pick that back up again, but I'm on my manifestation journey. Okay. I literally am on my manifestation journey and I needed a little boost. And I, honest to God, was seeking that. And then this book came into my life and it's given me that the boost that I needed. And what it did for me with all of the found like groundwork that I laid with the 5 Second Rule book, the Atomic Habits book, the 12-week year book, it allowed me to make small promises to myself each day to rebuild my confidence, which is why I'm able to be in front of you right now. Okay. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is something that I'm going to give myself a round of applause on. I'm going to give myself a round of applause for that. Okay. So, on God, um, everything. So, what's the purpose, you might be thinking? Great question. Honestly, if you don't have self trust within yourself, it legitimately impacts. Oh my God, now that I'm saying this, it's like it impacts everything in your life: money, relationships, career, business. If you're an entrepreneur and you're seeking to provide a service and or tangible items to customers, why would someone buy from you if you don't trust yourself? Like, I mean, it makes sense. People that purchase from others believe in what they're selling. People that purchase from others want what they have, and they need it. So self-trust legitimately affects your business, your relationships, your finances, everything. It's a thread. Everything is tethered together. So if you aren't solid in who you are, which is crazy because in my last live, that's essentially what I'm talking about. Like I'm talking about, um, who are you, and why should people trust you if you don't know who you are, right? And if you are consistent in what you do, how you show up in the world, how you what your character is, then that will precede itself. And people trust people, especially if your character precedes yourself, because they naturally gravitate towards you when you keep your word. I mean, we can go on and on and on and on and on about this topic, but I won't. I will not. But it's in the showing up for yourself consistently that will dictate your outcome. And rebuilding trust with yourself, that is your anchor. That is your anchor. That is what will precede, and that is what people will follow and gravitate to, being your authentic self. And so, to leave you with a story, essentially, through my 60-day manifestation cleanse, which I'm very excited. I did complete this already, but honestly, I do these weekly voice notes with some girlfriends of mine, and I cherish our friendships. We do not talk every day. We don't call each other every day. We don't text each other every day. We do social media, like send memes, etc. But for the most part, it, I wanted to cultivate a relationship where we're not saying, "Oh, I'm going to call you. I'm going to call you. I'm going to call you," and we don't call each other because life be life, right? And so I'm like, "Hey, let's do voice notes." Now, they choose how they want to respond, whether it's through text message or return the voice note with a voice note. But listen, it is what it is. And I chose Wednesdays to be the days that I send my voice notes. So I'm saying all of this to say this. I think about halfway through my manifestation cleanse, one of my girlfriends, and mind you, we don't hang out every single day or talk all the time, just voice notes. Halfway through my cleanse, a girlfriend of mine tells me, "I don't know what is it that you're doing, but you sound so happy." She was amazed, y'all. Like, she was amazed. She was taken aback. Um she just complimented me. She's like, "I'm like, please, please, please go ahead and just keep doing what you're doing. I love it. You just sound so good." And I was blown away by her comment because I had been showing up for myself every day by keeping my three anchors that I write down every day, by doing my daily manifestation cleanse prompt every day, and shifting my heart, and reading the books that I felt would also um, compound what I was doing in the most positive way. And that allowed me to celebrate my consistency over perfection. And I think that is the ultimate key to rebuilding trust with yourself. And I can even translate that to showing up here, doing my makeup tutorial today. It has been several weeks since I recorded some content, and I was a little bit shaky at first, but I also realized like I showed up today. That's the grace that I'm extended to myself. Like I showed up. I did the damn thing. Like consistency over perfection every day, because the more you do it, and that's something that I have to consistently remind myself of, the more you do the very thing that scares the bejesus out of you, like showing up on this live, doing this live, the easier it becomes and the less daunting it feels, because you're drowning out the what ifs, the doubts, the anxiety, the negative loop, right? That keeps us in a perpetual state of just stagnation. We don't need that, right? And for her to celebrate me without knowing, because I didn't share with anybody that I was doing this. No one knew that I was doing this. I mean, no one still knows. She doesn't even know that I did this. But for her to share what she shared showed me that one, it's working. Two, OMG, like I'm really creating a new reality for myself. And it just is me being consistent and keeping my word to myself. And so when I have days, which it's a holiday, it's Thanksgiving holiday that just passed 2 days ago, and um, literally I didn't go live. I should be no days off, but I didn't go live. But instead of beating myself up over it, I knew, hey, I'm just gonna record the days that I missed. Okay, I'm just gonna record the days that I've missed, and we're just going to keep moving. And me showing up in this way is celebrating my consistency and not perfection. Like, oh my God, as much as I want a just full on 30-day streak, it's coming. But this is just me practicing and putting myself out there and doing the damn thing. And I freaking love that for me, because a Negro is tired. Okay. I want nothing more than to be in my bed. But I have to go wash my face. Even though I don't want to wash my face off right now. It looks damn good. I should be going out. But I want to go out. Okay. I don't want to go out. I want to celebrate being consistent and showing up and doing the damn thing. I'm about to go clean my brushes. Jesus be with me. But honestly, recognize that trust is broken. All right. Start small to rebuild your confidence. Just small promises, little minute things that maybe to someone might seem minute or frivolous, but it makes a world of difference in your world. And that's really all that matters, because what you're essentially doing is creating a new normal. You're creating a new reality, right? And understanding how that trust impacts everything: personal relationships, finances, business, the relationship specifically more so with yourself. Okay. And celebrate the consistency. If you did something for 3 days straight, celebrate that versus trying to be perfect at any and everything. And that was kind of like my biggest Achilles heel. There's so many things that I want to do. And, my ex would tell me that all the time, like, you're doing all of these things, like, you just need to focus on one thing. And I'm like, wow, 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 wow. But it's so true. You got to focus on one thing. If that one thing is just getting through the week, once you get through that week with that one thing, celebrate that. So, what's a task that you have been avoiding that you know you need to finish? And let me know. Let me know what that is and come back. Like, let me know what it is. Go finish it and then come back and tell me how it made you feel. Promise you, you're going to feel like you're like Leo in the Titanic, where he felt like he was on top of the world. Maybe that's a poor example. Maybe that's a poor example, but you know what I mean. Come back and tell me, y'all. Come back and tell me, and let's, end our live with our affirmation. I trust me completely. Okay. I trust me completely, wholeheartedly. And y'all, I'm saying that, and I mean that with the very fiber of my being. I trust me completely, especially um, based on a decision or question someone asked and I answered truthfully. And I feel like a badass, even though it didn't make me sad, but reminiscing, it gets you in your feels, you know. But I would not renege on my response whatsoever. And I'm seeing myself in a new light because I am remaining consistent. I am trusting my instinct. I am trusting my soul, you know? So, all right, loves, that's it for today. Please don't forget to subscribe so we can continue glowing together. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Yes, we did it.